You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to have all the answers. You don't have to win every battle, smile every day, or carry the world on your shoulders. Because my love was never built for the best version of you. It was built for all of them. I loved you when your dreams were bigger than the city lights outside your room, when your confidence filled every corner and the future couldn't come too soon. I loved you when you had it figured out, when every plan seemed crystal clear, when your laughter carried through the silence and nothing looked impossible from here. Back then the world belonged to us, or at least that's what we believed. And even then I knew one thing for certain: life would change, people would change, but my heart wouldn't. I love you through every version of you, the strong days and the weak ones too, the victories, the mistakes, the nights your faith begins to break. I love you through every version of you, the smiles, the scars, the truth, when you're shining like the morning sun, or fighting battles no one sees but you. I'll still be here through every version of you. I love you when your world got heavier, when the pressure started stealing sleep, when responsibilities replaced freedom and promises became harder to keep. I saw the doubt behind your eyes, the exhaustion in your soul, the way you smile for everyone else while silently losing control. And though you try to hide it, I noticed every crack, because real love doesn't disappear when life stops giving everything back. I love you through every version of you, the hopeful one, the hurting one too, the moments when you're standing tall and when you're scared you will lose it all. I love you through every version of you, the parts you celebrate, the parts you don't want anyone to view, because my heart never came with conditions, it simply chose you. I loved you when you questioned yourself, when you wondered if you were enough, when old wounds reopened unexpectedly and every day felt unnecessarily tough. You'd apologize for being distant, apologize for feeling lost, as if being human required permission, as if healing wasn't worth the cost. But I never wanted perfection, I never asked for flawless skies, I just wanted honesty, the truth behind your eyes. Because flowers aren't beautiful only when they're blooming, the ocean isn't beautiful only when it's calm, and people aren't worthy of love only when they're thriving. Sometimes the most beautiful souls are the ones still learning how to carry on. Maybe one day you'll outgrow this chapter, maybe life will take us different ways, maybe seasons will rewrite our story in unexpected shapes. But even if tomorrow looks nothing like the plans we made before, the love I gave was always real, not temporary, not convenient. everything is easy. Love is proven when it chooses not to leave. When you're happy, I'll celebrate. When you're broken, I'll stay. When you're uncertain, I'll listen. When you're silent, I'll wait. When you're winning, I'll cheer. When you're doubting, I'll remind you. When you forget your worth, I'll help you find it again. I love you through every version of you. Not because you're perfect, but because you're you. Through every lesson, every chain, every season rearranged. Through every mountain, every scar, every wish upon a distant star. Through every fear, every truth, every chapter life takes you through. My heart won't need a reason, it won't need proof. Because if love means anything at all, it means choosing you. Through every version of you. And years from now, when time has changed our faces, when life has rewritten pieces of who we are, I hope you remember this. You never had to earn my love. You never had to become someone else. You were always worthy, exactly as you were. Exactly as you are, and exactly as you'll be. Through every version of you. It's crazy how a stranger can know your favorite color, your biggest fears, your childhood stories, and then one day become somebody you used to call home. Yeah. I drove past our neighborhood tonight, the same streets where we waste entire days. The coffee shop is still on the corner, the owner still remembers our names. Everything looks exactly the same, but somehow nothing feels familiar, because places don't change when love leaves. People do. I used to know where you'd be on a Friday, what song you play when you couldn't sleep. I knew the look behind your smile, the secrets you were trying to keep. Now I wouldn't know what you're doing this evening, who you're laughing with, or who's making you believe again. And that's the part nobody warns you about, not losing the relationship, losing access to the person you knew best. Now you're somebody I used to call home, somebody I used to run to, somebody whose heartbeat felt like my favorite song. Now you're somebody I pass in memories, somebody I meet in dreams, somebody who once knew everything about me but doesn't know me anymore. Somebody I used to call home. Remember those late night conversations, talking about cities we visit, children we raised, the future we built back then. Forever sounding natural, like breathing, like sunrise, like something guaranteed. We were young enough to think love alone could solve every problem, old enough to know better, but hopeful enough to ignore it. Now you're somebody I used to call home, somebody I trusted completely, somebody who saw my worst days and still chose to stay. Now you're somebody behind old messages, somebody inside old photographs, somebody who once felt permanent but somehow faded away. Somebody I used to call home. For a while I blamed myself, I replayed every argument, every mistake, every moment I should have spoken differently. Carried guilt like it was my responsibility to save something that required two people. Then one day. I realize healing begins when self-blame ends. Some endings happen even when both hearts try. Some stories finish without a villain. Just two people growing in different directions. Still, there are nights when I hear a certain song and everything comes back. The laughter, the road trips, the inside jokes, the way your hand fit perfectly in mine. The future we imagined, the future that never arrived. And for a moment I miss us, not because I want us back, but because we were real. Life kept moving anyway. Birthdays came and went, new friends arrived, new opportunities appeared. The world kept opening doors I never expected. And somewhere along the way I started smiling more often, started sleeping better, started recognizing myself again. Not the version of me that depended on being loved, the version of me that learned how to love life again. Maybe that's what growth looks like. Not forgetting, not replacing, not pretending it never mattered. Just carrying the memories without carrying the pain. Learning to appreciate a chapter without trying to reopen the book. Now you're somebody I used to call home, somebody who changed my life forever, somebody who taught me how deeply I could love, somebody who taught me how deeply I could heal. Now you're somebody I'll always remember, but not somebody I still need, somebody who helped shape my story. Even if you weren't meant to stay until the end, you'll always be a beautiful chapter, a meaningful lesson, a once-in-a-lifetime feeling. And most of all, somebody I used to call home. If our paths ever cross again, I hope life has been kind to you. I hope you found peace, I hope you found happiness. And I hope you know that even though we became strangers, a part of my heart will always be grateful for the time you were home.